Today will be the day that we get these seats installed in my 39 cab over. All right, so I'm out here in the garage, got the sewing machine. My wife has two sewing machines. She put the junkiest one that she has, found at a yard sale out here in the garage for me. It's been sitting here on this little table for about 3 days. I was hoping that she would help me out and get this done, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Going to start on the seats here, try to get some upholstering done on my on my COE seats. Got a bottom and a back right here. The other set's still in my van. Just realized I don't have the tops cut yet. I took apart these. Here's the top of the bottom. Here's a side and then a front. Didn't have the other side. It was too rotted. But what I did was I used these pieces, cut a few patterns out of a big piece of tarp that I have. I'm going to give it a shot from that. I know what's going to happen. As soon as I start sewing, I'm going to have tangles, and I'm going to have a rat's nest full of sewing thread. I'm probably going to have to go get her to help unravel me every few minutes. Hopefully not every few seconds, but we'll see. I feel like I did back when I first started welding, and kind of get a little bit of butterflies, wonder what's going to happen when you pull the trigger. I know not what I'm doing here. What is going on here? Oh, there's a lever. There's a lever right there. Got a leg cramp already. Haven't even started. Oh no. This is going to be great. I wasn't going to video all the sewing. I did video some of the sewing of the cushions at first when I first started. I had my wife's sewing machine out here, and she came out and helped me a little bit. Anyways, we got the bottoms done. This is the bottom springs to my cab over. The springs in there are original. Got both sets, or both sides, to make one set. I used some heavy duty material to somewhat upholster these things. We basically just made cushion or seat covers and covered them up. I did put some padding in there, just a little bit, not too much, because when you have too much padding, these seats come in and out intentionally. They're designed to come in and out because the storage compartments and the battery are up underneath the seats. So anyways, when they're too cushioned, they're hard to get in and out. Learned that from experience in my last one. So the material that I used was kind of off-white. Didn't really look good to me. I got some old paint here, and I'm painting these black. I've done this before. It makes that material really, really durable, kind of stiff. It'll be perfect for the truck. These are the original springs to the COE. But got some pillow shams from my wife that fit perfect. I mean, couldn't have fit any better. I had to do a little bit of stitching here, a little bit of stitching down here. It's actually up, no, it's right side up right now. They go in just like this. And these go into a little hole in the cab, so it holds it in there. And then these bottoms bolt in to the cab. What I'm going to do now is paint these black. These are, to me, that's kind of nice looking. It doesn't, just know I'm not painting it black because I don't like the look. I'm painting it black to look good inside of my 39 cab over with a bunch of rust and original paint inside that thing. And also to match these seat bottoms here. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. It actually is turning out a lot better than I thought. I was kind of concerned at first when we started doing all this sewing of this tarp material here. It just did not look the way I had envisioned, but now it's looking the way I had envisioned. I'm liking it. Alright, I'm pretty happy that this project is about over. I'm just about to wrap up the painting on this last cushion here. And tomorrow I'll go out to the trucks, put this thing in. It's almost getting close to 11 here, 11 p.m. right now. I'm anxious to see, I say tomorrow that I'll take them out. I'm anxious to see how fast they dry. They seem to be drying pretty fast. It's really humid right now. It's kind of chilly, raining really heavy outside most of the day, yesterday and today. But this paint's actually drying pretty good. This is a bare paint. I've had it for a long time. It's been in my garage here. It's the gloss enamel. But I didn't buy it for this. I think this was here when I moved here. I think this was part of the paint they used to paint the exterior doors and window shutters and stuff like that. Trying to be as thrifty as I can and not pay for much. That's the reason I stole my wife's pillow shams. We'll see how that goes over when she figures that part out. She'll never know by looking at this though. I am tired of painting and I'm tired of sewing. I'm more tired of sewing than I am of painting. Alright, got the last of the seats loaded up here. For the 39, I'm going to take them to my building where the 39 is now and get them installed. Alright, this moment here, this has been a long time coming. When I bought this cab, it was dilapidated. It was just rotted inside. And rats had made this thing a home for many years. I'll put some pictures up to remind or to show what it looked like inside. But after having the original box springs, the seat bottoms and seat backs for this cab, I spent a few nights reupholstering them as you've seen in the video, and today is going to be the day that I get them installed here in the truck. All right, as you can probably imagine, I'm pretty excited to see how these things look inside the cab here. So let's get started. I'm going to get started on the driver's side here. Metal pieces up top right here that actually slide into these little holes. There's a little hole here, and there's a hole right here on the cab. So these things slide up in there like that. And they take a little bolt, 1/4-inch bolt right down here.
thing has a little board, divider board, so you can put some stuff under the driver's seat here and it not fall out the hole where the hand lever, the brake lever is, or the transmission cutout. So this board is making it difficult to have any space to get to the nut on the other end of this little 1/4-inch bolt. Now it's tight.
The little metal studs that stick up on the bottom of these seat risers. Here, you can see them right over here on the passenger side. These two little metal studs, they're probably, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch tall. There's holes in the bottom of these seats. Unfortunately, there's 2 holes on each side on the bottoms of these seats. I guess for a little bit of adjustability or for swapping out. They don't, this one won't fit over there and that one won't fit over here because of the way the box springs are attached to the seat boards themselves. Anyways, I have now got it. It's finally fastened in. That's what the driver's seat looks like. Looks pretty good. Nothing flashy, which is exactly what I was shooting for. It's just plain black, heavy material, thick tarp slash wife's pillow sham case here, painted black with a heavy enamel. I like it. Turned out good. Now let's get the other side installed. Got the seat back. Sliding up in those little slots there and there. Alright. Alright. Like I said, as one would expect, I have an issue. The cage nut, there's a cage nut on the bottom of these 1/4-inch holes where originally there was a captured, I should say captured nut, there was a captured nut there. So when you take a bolt, you can just start screwing it right into the captured nut. Anyways, there's no hole here to put a nut in because the cage nut's there with the remnants of an 80-year-old 1/4-inch stud sticking out of it that's mostly rusted off, but not all the way. So I'm going to have to find something here in my storage unit to beat the rest of that bolt out. Oh, heck. My tools are under the seat that I just installed, so now I have to pull this cushion out, which is easy to pull out, but it's not so easy to put back. Practice makes perfect. Blunt force objects located. Wow. That was a lot easier than I would have expected it to be right there. Problem solved. Okay, here's what I was telling you. There's a captured nut that was still somewhat, oh, it was stuck. It was stuck in there. It's like the housing, the cage of the cage nut was gone, but the nut was still there, just held in place by some rust. So anyways, busted it right out. Now I can put a bolt through that hole. Here's your tech tip for the day. When your wife throws a makeup bag away, it makes a very good toolbox. I have these in all my vintage vehicles. Find an old screwdriver at a yard sale or something other for $1 or a dime or whatever. Old channel locks. I have multiple tools of the same type that I don't need all these tools in my garage. So I take an old makeup container like this, throw me some extra tools in it, You store them in the old vehicles, because one thing for sure about old vehicles is you will break down. I don't think it matters how good you are, especially when you first build one. You got to work the bugs out of it. All right. There's the rear hole in that one, and the front hole in that one. So that's installed. Let's see how it works on the pin. Take a seat in my freshly painted seats. Not too bad. All right. Take two on the other side. Oh yeah, I forgot. We still got to deal with the fuel neck. Going to be fine. This is probably a good time for me to ask you to go and watch my other videos, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have any ideas or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I read every comment, and I'll try to reply to every comment. Seat back installed. It's time for the seat bottom here. I didn't add very much padding. I added an old floor mat, like one of those things you'd see a barber standing on. People that stand on their feet in one place for a long time every day. I had one of those I used on one of these. I think it was this one. And then I used like an isolation mat, like an exercise yoga type mat. I cut it up and used it on the other. So only about a 1/2 inch of memory foam. I didn't do a lot of foam because I did that last time and it made it a little bit too thick right here. So I'm glad I didn't add much because it's already hard. These seat springs were really, they're tall to be so old. They're in pretty good condition. That was it. Plopped right down in there just like it's supposed to. Oh, yeah. So there's the seating in the 39 cab over. Got it all in there. Had this thing for almost a year. Next month, it'll be in February. It'll be a year that I've had this truck. I bought it in February of 22. And right now it's January 10th of 23, so almost a year. It's really good progress. I mean, if you would have seen this truck in person when I first got it, you would have asked me like my friends did. You would have probably said, "What the hell?" That's the question, that's the statement that was given to me most commonly from my friends. And now it's a running, driving machine with a rebuilt flathead and a modern chassis with an integrated handbrake that goes right down to the 2002 Durango rear brakes. So, when I see a project in a junkyard or on Craigslist or on Marketplace, I don't see what they're selling necessarily. I see what I can make it. That's what I see, and that's what I buy. All right, got a little bit of light from the camera here. I came ill-equipped today. I don't have many tools in this building here. I pretty much just park them here, but that's what they look like. You can kind of tell a little bit of texture difference from the sham to an old telecom fire tarp. That is what they look like. I think it looks pretty good. It's fitting for the inside of this cab. All right, that brings us to the end of this video. We got the seats installed in the 39 Ford cab over. They look pretty good. Didn't spend any money installing or upholstering the seats. I think they turned out well, and they fit the cab. They fit the interior. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.